You boys like explosions, don't you?
What is going on, my fellow Division 2 agents? Welcome back to the channel. It's D Werewolf Gaming, back with another Division 2 build video. Alright, I hope everyone has been doing well and staying safe. Today, guys, got a very fun and very powerful build, in my opinion, guys, that I think you would truly enjoy. This build isn't about being the most powerful or anything like that. I'm not going to hype this build up and say, yeah, you can go take this in legendary content and destroy everything. But overall, it's just a very fun build, guys, and I really do enjoy using this build with the seasonal modifiers. Really does change the game a lot, in my opinion, and make a lot of these builds that you probably wouldn't have used very fun to use. With that being said, the gun that I'm using today, guys, is the Merciless. This gun has always had a lot of potential, in my opinion, but one thing that always held it back was the stability and the recoil on this gun. Really didn't enjoy using it, even when using it, when you increase your stability and such as using gift stats like the strikers. I really did enjoy using it, but not as much. But overall, with the seasonal modifiers and everything taking place, I really am enjoying using it now. All right, so with this build, guys, like I say, the star of the show is the Merciless, and the inscription reads, some people say I lack empathy. They're wrong. What I lack is mercy. The core stats on this gun is 283.29k with 400 RPM with 30 in the mag, with a headshot damage of 125%. That's just great. I did have a weapon expertise of 12%, so that's 12% bonus weapon damage, and as you can see, core attributes are fully maxed out with rifle damage, critical hit damage, and 10% damage to target out of cover. The talent on this gun is what makes it amazing. It's called binary trigger. This weapon fires on the trigger pull and release. If both bullets hit the same enemy, you gain a stack. At 7 stacks, shooting that enemy deals 500% amplified damage and creates a 7-meter explosion, dealing 500% weapon damage and also consuming the stacks. The mods that come on this gun is 15% accuracy, 10% reload speed, 15% weapon handling, and 15% stability, which you definitely need with this gun. All right, for the secondary, I did choose the mop. The inscription reads, wet work is a messy business, and some cleanup jobs require a big mop. The core damage I do got is 9.24k, RPM 130 with 7 in the magazine, with headshot damage being 95%. As you can see, the core attributes are fully maxed out with shotgun damage, damage to armor, and 10% armor back on the kill. That comes automatically on this particular gun. The mods I did have on it, where the talent was preservation, which killing an enemy repairs 10% armor over 5 seconds. A headshot kills improve the repair by an additional 10%. The mods I did have on it, guys, are 20% reload speed with 5% critical hit chance mods. All right, your handgun didn't really matter. For this particular set, guys, I did go with the breaking point, which 2 pieces gives you 25% rifle damage and 25% marksman rifle damage. 3 pieces gives you plus 30% headshot damage with 15% weapon handling, which you definitely need. And 4 pieces gives you the bonus call on point. Basically, hitting a shot with a rifle or an MMR grants a stack. At max stacks, it is equal to the weapon's magazine size. Reloading will grant 2% weapon handling and 4% weapon damage per stack for 10 seconds. No stacks are acquired while the bonuses are active. The timer runs out, it will refill your magazine. Switching weapons while the bonuses are active will stop the effect and refill your magazine. Switching weapons while the bonuses are not active will remove all stacks and refill your magazine. So one bonus you will be guaranteed is getting is that refilling your magazine. But overall, guys, I wasn't really worrying about the fourth the talent on that per se, but overall just the setup, the gear pieces. Core attributes, as you can see, I got weapon core damage 15% with 6% critical hit chance attributes. All right. For the chest piece, guys, got weapon damage core with 6% critical hit chance attributes. The talent on the chest piece is what really makes this gear set better. It's called point or no return. It increases the on point bonuses timer from 10 seconds to 15 seconds. Basically allow it to last a little bit longer. I did have the hoist on, and on the hoist I did have a weapon damage core with a 6% critical hit chance core as well. Attribute, and I did go over the Fox prayers, guys. This is a rifle build, so it worked great. You got 10% rifle damage, with core attribute being 15% weapon damage with 8% damage to target out of cover, and I did have a 6% critical hit chance. Did go with the breaking point gloves as well, and on the gloves, guys, got 15% weapon damage with 12% critical hit damage attribute. For the backpack, I did go with the momentum, guys. Great for all you solo gamers out there. Basically, it comes with a weapon core, an armor core, and a skill tier. That's just amazing. I did have an expertise of 10% bonus armor with an attribute being 6% critical hit chance. The talent on this backpack is what really stands out, guys. It's called Kill Confirm. Each enemy you kill, they drop a trophy, and guys, whenever you pick it up, you're getting 5% weapon damage, 10% bonus armor with 5% skill efficiency. For every trophy you collect, you gain an additional plus 1% weapon damage, 1% skill efficiency, and plus 1.1% armor regen for 300 seconds. So basically getting bonus armor, up to 30% weapon damage, and up to 30% skill efficiency. Alright guys, and if you do not have the momentum backpack, I do got an alternate version of this build that I have used from time to time. The only downside is, guys, you will have less armor when using this particular setup. And with this particular setup, I will be running the Coyotes Mask. The Coyotes Mask is amazing and exotic piece, guys, because you get bonuses based on the distance and where you shot the last enemy that you shot. The talent is called Pack Instincts. You and all allies gain a bonus based on the distance of the last enemy you hit. From 0 to 15 meters, you gain 25% critical hit damage. From 15 to 25 meters, you gain 10% critical hit chance and critical hit damage. And at 25 meters plus, you're gaining 25% critical increase in critical hit chance. So this is great, guys, especially if you're aiming to push up your critical hit chance or critical hit damage on your builds. Really enjoy using this as well, guys. It was pushing out pretty decent damage. And I did choose to use the backpack because it increases the point of honor, increases the bonus of you getting from that damage from 4% to 7%. So overall, this worked pretty good as well, especially if you don't have the momentum backpack. All right, so let's take a look at the skills. I did go with the Reviver Hive just to get that second chance at life, guys. Playing on Heroic, you know, you go down, you have to restart those missions all over. But you could have even with this build here, the scanner post would have been great as well, because we are using the microwave coil modifier, which applies burn to those enemies, guys. So that way you would have been continuously getting posting those enemies and keeping that status effect going. That was another alternative if you didn't want to use the Reviver Hive. Now I did go with the Tactician Drone, and what it does is it scouts and marks hostile targets, feeding them to your HUD, guys. Basically, it's going to be posting those targets. That way you're going to be like I said, constantly applying that status burn to those enemies, guys. Crowd control. All right, for the weapon stats, I did have 52% critical hit chance with 74% critical hit damage when using the Merciless. And even when I was using the mob, guys, they have critical hit chance of 60% with 57% critical hit damage. But this build, like I said, I was going for critical hit chance and critical hit damage as much as I could to be able to use some of the benefits from using the modifiers whenever using that. Like, the main problem with this build, like I pointed out before, guys, is your armor. This build is very squishy, guys. As you can see, I don't have much armor. I only got 927,409 armor. Don't have any armor on kill, but the mop shotgun does give me 10% armor back on the kill. So that's just amazing. Got a little bit of health regen, which comes with only 1,815. Like I said, very squishy build, guys, but still ultimately it's a very fun build to play, and I would recommend any of you guys who enjoy playing heroic content. Now the shield could have been another alternate. The Crusader shield would have worked great, guys, because you can't use that with rifles to give you a little bit more survivability. All right, so let's take a look at the modifiers. Now the road momentum is the main global modifier that's taking place this season, guys. And the bonuses, you get reload speed, weapon damage, and you also can become unstoppable. But the main one I did use, the active modifier, was overdrive, and you get 30% bonus weapon damage, 30% skill damage, and 30% increased rate of fire with unlimited ammo supply. The downside is you will have an increase in reduced momentum gains by 70% for 150 seconds with a cooldown of 150 seconds. But some of the passive modifiers I am using will help to counter that, guys. All right, so I did use the critical momentum, which critical hits have a 40% chance to grant 1% momentum, so that's pretty good. But you could have used any other modifier that would have worked great for you as well. All right, so I did use critical recovery. Critical hits restore 0.5% of your max armor. This gives you a little bit more survivability, so I really enjoy using that. And the stars show, guys, microwave coils is just amazing. Pulse enemies each have a 50% chance of being affected by burn. Up to 4 enemies at a time. You gain 5% bonus momentum for every enemy that is affected by the burn status effect. So this is what really makes this build really stand out. Like I said, guys, this build will work without the modifiers, but I really enjoy the modifiers, guys, because it gives you amazing crowd control, and, keep those enemies at bay. With that being said, guys, really appreciate each and every one of you who always take time to stop by and always have something positive to say. All right, guys, so let's go over the specialization. For the specialization, I will definitely recommend the sharpshooter because of the recoil and stability issues when using the Merciless, but you will have 15% increase in weapon stability and reduced recoil and faster requisition of targets whenever using the sharpshooter. Now, your armor kit that you will get with this particular, it does repair 100% armor, removes status effects, and increases the resistance to bleed, poison, and burn for 20 seconds. That's just great as well. And one last thing is you will have 15% increase in headshot damage with rifles and marksman rifles, and allow for better precision kills. So that's just amazing as well. And keep in mind you will have access to the tactician drone. Now, just remember to equip the correct weapon element to get that bonus in 15% increase in weapon damage. I was using a rifle and a shotgun, so just make sure you got your shotgun element equipped with your rifle. And a lot of times, guys, I even forget myself. As you can see there in the gameplay, I didn't even have my shotgun element equipped to give me that bonus 15% in shotgun damage. All right, if you like the build, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for your valued time as always and continued support, especially all you positive gamers out there who just play games like myself just for the fun of it. Really appreciate each and every one of you who stopped by and leave a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, you like the content, please feel free to hit that like, share, and subscribe. It does not cost a thing. All right, guys, and stick around if you want a little bit more gameplay. Right here, the gameplay today, I wanted to show you a little bit of gameplay showing missions and also show you a little bit of tackling some of the control points and, just a little bit of open world gameplay and show you a little bit of gameplay within the missions itself. Just to show you that this build does work in all areas, guys, but of course you got to play a little. This isn't a full run and gun type build. I imagine you may a little bit if you was to use a shield, but I would not recommend it. And like I said, guys, most of my gameplay will usually always focus on heroic content, guys, because that's why I usually play and do most of my grinding out on. All right, if you like the build, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Really appreciate each and every one of you. All right, D-Werewolf out.
Radio. Hostile radio intercepted.
I'm heading up to the hostage. Everybody, get to the atrium.
Top floor. Take the stairs to the right.
Doing all right there, Tombstone?
As long as I'm not breathing asbestos. That blast did a lot of damage.
armor!
Manny, is Odessa on the line?
I'll patch her in. Odessa? Guess who has some news for you?
We got Eleanor. Is she okay? She's okay. I'm bringing her home.
Oh, God.